Hello, hello. Happy Sunday. Shauna Marie Fisher here. I'm a couple minutes late, but at least I am here. So happy Sunday to you. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. So let's see here. Let's give it a minute to refresh here so people know I'm here. I'm live. And look at this. I'm actually up a little higher today. So I have my webcam like stopped working on me, so now I just have my computer camera, right? And so anyway, it was like super low, and it just like I had to like sit back and da 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 da. Well, anyway, I did a live yesterday on my friend Elias's page, and he was talking to me about it, and he's like, "Well, what about your chair? Does your chair move up?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" So yeah, so how cool is that? Now I'm like sitting up higher. It's like a little bit weird because I'm not used to sitting up high like this. So it's a little bit weird, a little bit different, right? But we just adapt and we go with it. So I definitely need to get a new regular webcam when I can. Then one I can adjust, and then I can sit a little bit lower because I'd rather sit a little bit lower than way up high. But it's okay. You can see me better now, so that's a good thing. So there's that. Oh, hey Kathy and hey Emmy. I'm sorry, but itch on my nose. And oh, thank you, Emmy. It's always so much fun to go on with Elias. Like I love Elias. Like he's so much fun. So yeah, it's awesome. So it was super fun. So I'm glad you were able to catch that. So that is good. So yay. So awesome. So any questions you guys have, feel free to post them in the comments. I'm going to actually, I have somebody I know that was waiting for my live. So I'm just going to uh, let them know that I just went live. So I'm going to multitask. Look at that. I'm a good multitasker. But just went live. Just went live is what I'm going to text, and not just went love. Like, whoo, oh, funny. So there's that. So anyway, so hello, Kayla. Good to see you, Kayla. I hope all is well with your little kitties there. And it's funny as I said that. Jax is like, I'm not little anymore. I'm a big boy. And so, oh my goodness, such sweet kitties they are. So good to see you. Let's see here. I'm going to give it a minute to see what other questions you have. And then also, too, just so you guys know, I know a lot of you already know, but I do have, I extended it through the 15th of this month. So all my half-hour sessions are, instead of $75, they're $50 through the 15th of this month. And all you have to do is just book it by the 15th. So you don't have to, like actually have the session before the 15th. You just have to book it by the 15th. So I'm going to put that link in there for you to check out. So there's that. Bum, 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 bum. And let's see here. So I just put that in there. And so weird to be up higher like this. I'm like, oh my gosh, so weird. So let's see here. And Kayla says, ha ha, he is a big boy, but still my baby. He's like, yes, I'll always be little baby Jax. And hey, Amisha, good to see you. And then this is a great question. Amisha says, can I gift a session? Yes, you can. So if you want to gift somebody a session, just reach out to me, and then I can just send you an invoice for the session, and I can customize a gift certificate for the person that you're wanting to send it to. So absolutely, yes. So yes, I love that idea. Yes. And hey, Michelle, good to see you. Hope all is well. So yeah, so yes, you can definitely gift a session. So yes. So cool. You're going to message me. Awesome. Yeah. Because that's a great thing. Christmas is coming, and, maybe it's somebody's birthday or something like that. So, so there is that. So, blah, 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 blah. Oh, Kathy, I love this. Kathy says, I love the way you and Lee both sing. I love it. I love it too. It's fun, like music and singing and all of that like stuff is super like powerful and super like inspiring and all that. Like I love that. So perfect. I love that you love that Lee and I sing. So yes. So let's see here. All right. So Michelle, here's the first question here. Michelle says that, sorry, like my nose is itchy today. And let's see here. And I'm just wearing like my casual shirt today because I have not done anything today. I've stayed home all day. It's so nice to do that sometimes. Just like, I'm not doing anything. I'm staying home. Well, I did do some house chores, but that's it. So anyway, there's that. Yes. Hey, Becky, good to see you. And I agree. Music does. It raises the vibrations, makes the vibrations raised. Boom, 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 boom. It does. It does. I love it. So let's see here. So Michelle, Bailey has had a rough weekend. Does she have anything she wants to tell us? So she's having me touch like my back right like right here. So like kind of right below my neck, like kind of by my shoulders at like starting point of my back is really bothering me. It's really bothering me, and my like back is tight, and it's like even in my lower back and in my neck and in my shoulders, all that's tight. So just more cushy places to lay and some extra love, all of that would really help if I could have that, like extra love and extra cushy stuff. So there is that, is what Bailey's saying too. And like I need like extra neck support is what Bailey's saying. I need extra neck support because Bailey's having me touch my neck, signifying that I need extra neck support. So oh, she had another seizure. Okay, yeah, because what she's showing me is it's like going down my spine, like the top of my spine and all around there. And that it's hard for me to be comfortable during those times. And I would check with your vet too to see like if they could adjust any of the like medicines to see if there's a way they can adjust the medication. And of course, you'd want to talk to them about that because I can't diagnose or prescribe, but I can just tell you what I pick up on intuitively. So yeah, she's definitely sore. She's like, I'm sore. So if you could do some even energy work and all of that with her too, that would help, because those seizures are really hard on their body, right? They're really hard on them. So yeah. So there is that. So, all right. So I'm going to go to the next question here. So Misha says, I have a question about our dog Max, who crossed the Rainbow Bridge in June of 2021. It was his brother Kona's birthday today, 13. Ooh, happy birthday. Would have been both of them. Okay. So happy birthday to Kona. And here in the physical world, and then happy birthday to Max on the other side. And Max is just saying that his message is, he's like boom, boom, boom. He's like saying like, I'm flying in to like give love. He says, I'm flying in to give love. He says, I'm flying in to give love. And that extra love and that extra support and that hello. He's like, I'm flying in like a superhero. So that's what Max says, and that he sends like so much love. He sends, I send so much love to you. And then Kona says that you asked how, let's see here. You'd love to know how Kona's body's feeling, Kona. And you're welcome, Michelle. Kona says that I'm that like my feet are bothering me, like my paws are bothering me, and my paw pads are bothering me. Like my paw pads are bothering me. My paw pads are bothering me. My paw pads, like the meaty part of my paw pads is really bothering me. They're really bothering me a lot. So if you could look at those and see how you can help those, that would be really fantastic. If you could do that, is what Kona's saying too. I'm like, help me like shake things loose, because I have like a lot of like extra static energy. So if you could do some like energy work and things like that, that would really help Kona. That's what Kona's saying. And hey, Lori, hey, Kelsey, good to see you. And then Kayla. All right. Kayla says, sorry, this was broad, and no worries, like no apologies for like a broad question. It's totally fine. But any messages from my current kitties or my past pups? Your past pups are like saying like this: I want to give you a big hug. 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 And then Coco is saying like up behind where I lay, like by where I lay, I want like a new like cushed in place, like a new little like pillow landing spot is what I want. And Jack says he wants a new jumping point. He's like, I want a new jumping point of like, I can like a little landing pad. He's like, I want a little landing pad. Like I jump from here and then I land on here. And that's of course Jack, like, oh my goodness, Jack. So that's the message that I get there. And hey, Mandy, good to see you, Mandy. And hey, Bianca, good to see you. Let's see here. Emmy says this could be a strange question. I love it. Strange questions and strangeness is I'm all about that. So yes for that. So do you ever call an animal friends to help with medical procedures? Today I tried to use the strength of an alpha mare to help with a painful procedure, connected remotely, thought about her strength, but it still hurt like a mother. Am I making sense? So it's a medical procedure for you is what I'm getting, right? It was a medical procedure for you, Emmy. So yes, you can definitely call on them. Hopefully that's right. What you're saying here. And hey, Lee, good to see you, Lee and Bernadette. So let's see here. So that's what I'm getting. So hopefully that makes sense as like it was a medical procedure for you. And what I get from the alpha mare is like you should have called in the one that's next to me, not me. And that would have been a little bit more helpful. But yes, that can definitely help. So yes. So that's what I get with that. And then I hear like, hello, like we're not horses, but Phoenix and Popeye are like, we can help. Like, why didn't you call in us? Why didn't you call in our presence? They're like, hello. So that's what they say there. And let's see here. Bum, bum, bum. And hey, Amy, I always like to say hi to everybody. So there's that. So let's see here. So yeah, no, like any strange question, like bring it on because I'm all about that. So there's that. So let's see here. Bianca says, can I check in why all the kitties are spending so much time in my room, sleeping with me on me? Just wondered what's changed. They're what they're showing me is like, oh, it's like they're having me like want to go like this in my shirt, which I know is like really weird and random that I'm doing that on a Facebook Live, but it's okay, like whatever. So they're showing me, they're like, oh, we just want to like snuggle in, and they're like, oh, like look at the way that crease is and look at how comfy that is. They're like, we're just getting extra comfort. And they said they're like really just enjoying the extra like snuggled in time. They're like, oh yeah, we're all snuggling in, and they're saying that they're sending you like healing vibes and that they're sending you lots of love. So that's what they say. They say we're helping with that. They're like, we're sending you lots of love and we're sending you lots of healing vibes. So they said that that's what they're doing. So they said they're like, yeah, just soak it all in. They're like, soak it all in, soak it all in, soak it all in. So that's what they're saying with that, Bianca. And then, oh, you said your mom feels left out. And why do they say that like she's been moving around too much in her sleep, and so that's why like they're sleeping with you more now too, because it's more cushed in and you're not moving around as much. So show them like a spot where maybe like her like body shifting and moving when she sleeps won't bother them as much. And then, why do both Monkey and Maya wake me up at 4 a.m.? I'm exhausted daily and lack boundaries. They're saying because, like, this is just like a new routine. So they said, show us when you want us to wake you up and when you want us to wake up. So they're like, okay, if it's like 6 a.m. or 5 a.m., just keep showing us that and keep imagining that and holding the vision for that. And they're showing me, give us like a little pathway to go in and out and like a little light for us to help. And that will help too. And keep like showing us like, hey, this is when we're going to wake up, and that this is like the wake up time, the designated wake up time is what they're saying. Let's see here. All right. Okay. Let's see here. All right. So, blah, 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 blah. Okay, sorry. Just want to make sure I don't miss a question here. Bum, 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 bum. Like my little singing. Bum, 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 bum. All right. So Kelsey says, can you tap into Emma to see why she wasn't able to move her hind legs last week? She says like I kind of like I twisted it, like I got a spasm in it, like I got a spasm, and she had me hold like the middle part of it, and it was like shaking it out, shaking it out, shaking it out, shaking it out. So that's why it's like that. I got like spasms back there, and that's what was bothering me with my hind legs. So work on sending some energy work and good vibrations on the inner part of both of my hind end legs, and that will help. Is what Emma's saying. So lots of love to Emma. And hey, Lisa, good to see you. So let's see here. All right. So Kathy says, do you get anything from Sammy or Domi, who both have passed? What they're both showing me is like look to like the mountains and like where still your mountain cap and your mountain top, and we're still helping you to like climb, climb, climb. And they're showing me like climb, climb, climb. And they're making me think of like the Price is Right game, like the little mountain climber game. They're like, yodel, 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 like go, like do more things that are upward motion. Upward motion is what they're showing me to tell you. So there's that. So let's see here. And all right. And Becky here, hold on just a second. So it's so funny. So here, hold on. I just have to see if I can do this while I'm on here. I have like it gets like hot and cold. So I have my socks on that I didn't have on before I got on my live. And then I was like, oh, my feet are cold. So I put on my socks and I just like took them off because they're like too like thick. So I'm like, but now my feet are going to get cold again, but I'll have to put thinner socks on. So there's that. Not that you asked, but that's what I was just doing right now, is taking off my socks. Yay. For that. So anyway, all right, cool. So Emmy said that was for her, that question. Perfect. And then Becky says, does McGee have any messages for me or my peanuts have any heavenly messages? And you're so welcome, Emmy. And good. You're welcome, Kathy. So Becky, what I get from McGee is I want more like bouncy time. Like give me more bouncy time. Like I want to bounce. And peanuts is like I'm right here on your chest and you could feel me on your chest. And I send you like lots of love, like chest. You feel me, like give you kind of like chest compressions and chest bumps and like chest love. And that's what Peanuts says. And then bum. All right, cool. So Lisa says, will Sammy use his heated cat house I set up for him? He says, yes. If you show me and like remind me where it's at and that there's like a little light around it. So then I can see the light. I can see the light. And then it's like lit up for me, like light. If there's light, that will help. So he says, yes. And he's like, you might have to like move it around a little bit and shift the position of it a little bit to like kind of get me like navigated to it and get me used to it. And that will really like help. And I'll definitely love it. So there's that. So and Mandy, let's see here. Mandy says, can I ask, how do pets feel about their owners having cancer? Let's see here. Just one. Okay, cool. Bianca says, got it. Awesome. And then just wondering, as we are on the subject of pets and healing health. Okay, that's a really great question. Emmy, so not Emmy, Mandy. Oh my gosh, because Emmy's name was right there below your name, Mandy. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. So anyway, what I get from that question is like, as they feel like they want to help with the healing. So like the general collective of animals, when their person has that, is they want to help and they want to help to heal and they want to help to like absorb that energy and give you strength and make sure your body rests. So they said they're like the comfort keepers in that time, is what the animals are. They're like the comfort keepers, is what they are. So there's that. So let's see here. So hopefully that helps answer your question, Mandy. That's a great question. So here you go. So great question. And Bianca says, I changed my room around, so maybe that's helped. Bless, I've needed that. So wondered if that's why. Okay, perfect. Awesome. So hopefully that helps. Yeah. And sometimes changing our room around can be good. Like I've actually been debating of like changing my bedroom around. It's like, because it kind of changes the energy and it just like kind of like creates new energetic flow and all of that. So yeah, it's definitely a good thing to do that. So yes. So hello, Kate. Good to see you, Kate. And then Becky says, so more playtime for McGee. McGee says, yes. Woo. Playtime. More playtime. So there's that. So let's see here. Emmy says, you're so funny. I'll apologize to Popeye and Phoenix. And I think that Alpha Horse Belle suggests that I ask the horse Penny. Yes, because she's like, because Belle's like, yeah, I'm strong, but Penny's the more like gentle one. So you want more of that like gentle energy to help with the healing is what and help to send those like good vibes. That's what I get from that for you, my friend. So let's see here. Bum, 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 bum. Let's see what other questions I have come through. Okay, cool. So let's see here. Oh, cool. All right. So Mandy says, yes, thank you. Just making general conversation. Awesome. I love that because like questions like that, it's like I think it's so important. So yeah, I love it. So love questions like, to help connect and, give answers and clarity to different things like that. I love it. So Lisa says, thank you. It's by the slider. He went in for a treat today. Yay. He says, yeah, he's showing me like, that's the gateway to show him like, ooh, it's warm in here. And then it's even warmer inside. So that's going to be like that, like stepping stone to get from there to inside. So he says, just keep working with him on that. So I love that, Lisa, like so awesome. Yay. What a lucky little kitty that you're helping him. I love it so much. So there's that. And then Kate says, oh, Kate, so much love. Kate says, just wondering how Angus is feeling without our beautiful Megs. He seems more reactive and barky, etc. Yeah, he says he's showing me like a teeter-totter that's off balance like this because he's like, oh, I don't have that balancer to help balance me out and help give me direction. So I'm kind of like this. I'm like, shoo, shoo, like my energy is all off balance and I'm really out of sorts. So he says, just give me more like engagement time. He says, give me more engagement time and more kind of like outside time. And that will help if we have more outside time. And then, what was the other thing he was saying? Yeah. So more outside time. He says that will help. Because he says that he really, misses Megs because Megs was my director and helped to give me that direction to keep me balanced. So another thing that could help as well is bringing in the color orange, right? So orange is all about bringing in balance, right? And helping us to stay balanced and reminding us of balance and all of that. So maybe like get him a new orange toy or like a new orange pillow or something orange that Angus can connect with, and that'll help. Like orange with a little bit of purple. So then because purple is all about like taking that leader role and being like in the lead, kind of being in charge of things. So maybe to get something purple will help as well is what I'm getting for Angus. Because Angus says, we're just going to need to take time to take some deep breaths together and really to process this because this is like not an easy thing. So yeah, so hard. I know. So there's that. And hey, Maggie, good to see you. And then Emmy says, I had no idea Horse Penny is more gentle. I'm intimidated by her. And she's like, well, you just haven't got to know me is what Penny says, Emmy. So she's like, get to know me more. Maybe you'll know that like more of who I am. So there's that. And then Kate says that does make sense. We limit the outside time because he is allergic to the grass. Oh, that's right. He ate some horse poo and then reacted very badly. Investigating. Interesting to say orange as he has picked one of Meg's old orange toys to thrash around. Yeah, he says that's like really helping him to have that. So he says, don't get rid of that, like incorporate some orange stuff. And then he says, maybe if on the grass, you could lay like a big blanket or something like that he can just go and lay in the outside. And he says that will help because that's good time for all of you to have that outside time. Is what he's saying. And then, yeah, I know it's so hard. You say definitely not easy for any of us. He has been getting way more cuddles and kisses might be overwhelming for him. He's like, no. He's like, sometimes like maybe just back off on the kisses a little bit. He's like the cuddles. He's like, he's like maybe not as many kisses and just like bigger cuddles. So it's like the cuddles are like looser and bigger. He says the cuddles are looser and bigger. He says that'll be good too. And then, yeah, he said he does love laying in the sun. I also think that is good for his skin. Yeah, absolutely. The sun, right, is so good for that vitamin D and absorbing that and like soaking that all in, right? It's so good and so important for us to do that. So there's, yeah. So, and for babies, right, to have that time to connect to outside, right? It's so huge. So there's that. And then Emmy says, whoosh, thanks for all the guidance. You're so welcome, Emmy. You are most welcome. And then Becky says, let's see here. Kate says, haha, hubby loves to line him. Hubby thinks he loves it. And Angus is like, no. Like, just like maybe like a brace between, like maybe like a pillow, and then you like lay by me, but like, you know, I'm like, I'm not your pillow, is what Angus just told me. Angus is like, I'm not his pillow. So there's that. Oh my goodness. So Becky says, is there a way when I play with McGee to get him to not be so mouthy? I know he gets really excited to play, and that a big part of it, but it's so hard to get mouthed. He says, like, have like a longer thing for him, like a longer toy that you can play with him. He showed me like a longer toy, like get a longer toy. And he says, and then like really like throw it and chuck it like a longer toy and be like, whoa, like really throw it and chuck it. And then he's like, well, hold your hand back a little further too. He's like, hold your hand back a little further too. And he says more of like the throw time as well will really help him as well too, and just show him being gentle. And when he is gentler, so like just in your head, like, because they pick up on all of that, right? Just imagine him being more gentle and send him that energy of being more gentle. And he says that will help too, because he says he doesn't realize like how like he gets. He's like, I get really like so he says just remind him to be like a little more gentle, and he says that'll help. He's like, it'll take some time, but it'll like that will help. So there's that. And then Kate says thank you, and then said too funny, not sure hubby will ever stop. And Angus is like, well, maybe I won't make it as comfortable for him. Maybe he'll be laying on me, and then like I'll get up all awkwardly, and then he'll have my feet all over him, and maybe like my paws all over him, and maybe he won't like that, is what he just told me. Oh my goodness, Angus. So let's see here. Let's see what other questions come through. I know sometimes it takes a minute. Bum, 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 bum. Right? Kate says, good plan. Angus is like, yeah, we can work with that together. He's like, wink, wink, wink. He's like, we can do this together. He's like, we can do this together. He's like, get me excited about something when dad's laying on me, and then I'll get up so fast. He'll be like, oh, Angus, what's going on? And then maybe he won't want to do it as much as what Angus says. Angus is like, we have to be in cahoots. And then Megs, I'm looking at your profile picture, and I see Megs. She's like, look to the clouds and look to the rainbows and the colors and the rainbows and the clouds, and know that like I send you things that like kind of like the imagery of that, and just to pay attention to that. And I'm like surrounding you all with like a big bubble of love, is what she says. So, and hey, Casey, and hey, Charmel, good to see you. And then Becky says, thank you so much. That helps a lot. You're so welcome. You're so welcome, Becky. And then also too, I just picked up on too, like working with like blue toys or green toys with him will help as well too. Working with blue toys and green toys as well, that will help McGee as well. So there's that. And then Kate says, oh, thank you. Love looking for signs. This is so helpful. You're so welcome. And yeah, there's those signs everywhere, right? And we're just like, when we're open to them, they just kind of automatically come. And it's really awesome to just be like tuned into them and be present with them, right? It's really amazing. I'm just going to take a quick drink of water. Hey, Amanda, good to see you. I can't wait for your reading on Friday too. I'm so excited for that. I was excited when I saw that booking come through. So yay, it's going to be fun. So I'm excited for that as well. So yay. It'll be fun to like actually connect to you and have like a dialogue back and forth other than just here on Facebook. So it's awesome. So yay. So there's that. And then Maggie, it looks like Maggie got a new kitty. I have a kitty. Sorry. She's about 6 months old. She is still defensive and not getting along as well as I would like with the other cat, Starlight. Doing all the things, CBD oil, calming care. Will she adjust eventually? She still needs to be spayed. Will that help? So as I'm tuning in here to the kitty, the new kitty, she's having me cross off the CBD oil. She's like, that doesn't help me. Like that doesn't help me. Like that, and it's gonna sound crazy, but it like triggers me in a different way. The CBD, like it doesn't actually work as like a calming thing for me. So doing more like kind of like calming little like cozy places for me to lay and for me to move my feet. Like she's showing me like little like fleecy things and all of that to help me move my feet and to connect with that will help me calm, to have like that movement with my paws, and I would kind of not do the CBD oil and see like what other calming things you can get other than the CBD oil, because I'm getting like a big no on the CBD oil. And I definitely get she will adjust, and she just needs like to kind of know her place and figure out where her place is. And she says to, kind of like give her that, like, and do more like ribbon stuff with her. She's like, play with ribbons with me. She says, play with ribbons and give me like more of like kind of like my fleecy kind of comfy spot. And she's showing me like a little like cat lamb chop, right? Like a little cat lamb chop toy, like my own little like comfort spot, my own little kind of comfort toy. And that is going to take some time, like maybe about like 8-9 months. I am going to even out a little bit more, and all of that too. And she's like, some extra strokes of love and pets will really help me as well too. And she's having me do that too. She says if you do that and do more of that will really help as well. So there's that. So. And hey, Melinda, good to see you. And then Melinda says, my 14-year-old pug mix is suffering from a prolapsed esophagus. He is on medication that helped a little. I want to know how he is feeling about this. I want to make sure he does not suffer, to have dignity at the end of his life. All right. You're welcome, Maggie. You're so welcome, Maggie. So what I'm getting is like that medication is definitely helping, but is there like any other kind of like breathing treatment they can do with me? And then just make sure to do some like energy work around my throat and around my esophagus. Just be like, okay, like the energy is moving, and there's like space for like the energy to move out of there, and just kind of do like some holding right here, and just kind of maybe right here, do some kind of energy work too, and just kind of hold like around my ears too. That kind of helps to kind of help open things up, and just to visualize things opening up too. And like if my food is up a little bit higher for me too, that helps me as well. And then it could be like where you put the food bowl up higher, but then then also too, your pug is saying like a little like a little elevated thing for me to eat my food on. So like a little kind of like a cushy little stool that's like a cushy little kind of thing that I can eat my food at that way too. So I have it at like a higher level. And that will help me too. And and like, let's just see like how this medication is working, and see kind of what other kind of things that they can incorporate like with the medication as well. And I don't know if there's anybody near you that does like acupuncture or that kind of thing. And I'd also do like, energy work as well. And then do like have like a clear quartz around as well to help like clear that energy. And actually like a smoky quartz as well, like smoky quartz and clear quartz. Having some of those around your pug mix will help as well. With that too. And I know those pug mixes, with the way they're like all designed, they're brachiocephalic. So I know they can have a lot of the breathing kind of issues and all of that. So I know that can be really tricky. So yeah, so there's that. So hopefully that helps there. So let's see here. Let's see what other questions I have come through here. Bum, 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 bum. I'm going to just sing, right? Because that's what I do. So let's see here if I have any other questions come through. And I'm going to put this link here again in the comments, because I do have my fall special where all 30-minute sessions are $50 to the 15th of this month. So all you have to do is just book it by the 15th of this month. Or if you want to give it as a gift to somebody, you just reach out to me and I can do a gift certificate for you. So there is that. So let's see here. I'm just going to put that link in there if anybody's interested in setting that up. So there is that. So let's see here. We'll see what other questions come through. You're so welcome, Melinda. Yeah, and lots of love because I know that's hard, right? Especially, and you've had your fur baby in your life as long as you have and all of that. Like it's a definitely not an easy thing, right? So there's that. So let's see here. Let's see what other kind of questions come through here. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, bum, 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 bum. Look at that. Let's see here. All right. And then it's still so weird. It's like so dark outside, even though it's like 8 o'clock at like 5 o'clock when it's so dark outside. It's so depressing. I'm like, oh, I wish it would just be lighter later because I like that way better. But, I don't know. Maybe one day we won't have the fall back and then we'll just stay like in spring forward mode all year long. That would be amazing. So maybe one day, right? One day, maybe one day. So you never know, right? So there's that. So see if anybody has any other questions. Let's see here. All right. Oh, Kate says, so excited. I'm off to ride the snowy mountains on the other side of Australia. Ooh, any tips for connecting with the horse I am allocated? So, okay. So I get just to like be like rooted in when you ride with me. Like I get like just kind of sit down. So before you ride on me, like kind of close your eyes and stand tall and just kind of like shake your arms out, shake your hands out and just kind of close your eyes and just like, okay, like we're connected, we're going to have a beautiful ride. And then when you get on the horse, just like get on there and just be like, okay, like just see like balanced energy and that like we're connecting and we're going to go on a beautiful ride. We're going to go on a beautiful ride and it's going to be beautiful. And I also get that tune into Megs. Megs will help to have that ride be smooth too, because she says that she's going to deliver messages to you as you're out on that ride. So she says to really tune into that and be knowing that she's there sending you messages during that time. And then also to the tips for connecting with the horse too, of like, before you get on me too, like spend some time connecting with me and do that too, because sometimes what happens is people just jump on so quick and then they don't really spend time connecting with me. So connect with me is to like connect with me before is a way that will help as well. So there's that. So there you go. Hopefully you have fun with that. That sounds amazing, Kate. So yes, so I love that. So horse energy is very powerful and it's really, that's just amazing. I love horses. They're just, they're phenomenal. So, so there is that. So let's see here. Let's see what other questions kind of come through. And then Kate says, oh, wow, how beautiful. Look forward to connecting with Megs there too. Yeah, that's awesome. And just be open to that. I just see like beautiful mountains and the moon and just like, it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Like just pay attention to the sky when you're out there. And I feel like that will really help. And that'll like really put things at like the center of gravity and like at the forefront for you. If you're tuned into that, that'll be really amazing. So there is that. So let's see here. I'm going to see if any other questions come through here. I know sometimes it takes a minute here. Dun, 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 bum, 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 bum. So yeah, now I want to go connect with some horses. I love horses. So yeah, so powerful. They're amazing. So see what other kind of questions come through here. I'm just going to give it a minute. All right, here. Now it's like, oh, let's see here. I don't see any other questions come through. So maybe this will just be like a quicker live tonight, which that's okay. Sometimes that's just the way it is. But I know you all know I do this every Sunday night at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So every Sunday, So I think I'm going to wrap it up for now, unless I see a last minute question come through. And I don't see, let's see. Oh, Amanda. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, Amanda, great question. Anything to do before a reading to have the best experience? Such a great question, Amanda. So the most important thing is just to like have an open mind and just be like, okay, I'm ready to receive whatever information is going to come through. And then also too, it can be helpful to kind of have like a list out of questions. So like, don't give me the list, but just like you have the list in your mind or you have it written out, and just have that all in mind. And what'll happen is organically, like through the reading, like those questions will just organically come up. And then if they don't come up, then there's always a time for you to ask those questions. And then also too, it can be helpful to kind of take notes during the session too. Or if we end up doing it on Zoom, we could record it. So then you could have like the recording as well. So sometimes that can help, and having notes. And then yeah, and then just be like open to be like, okay, like what questions do I have, and just kind of write those down between now and Friday, and that's definitely a really helpful thing. So that's a great question, Amanda. I love it. So hello, Carol, good to see you. Carol says, do our animals feel the chaos of the planet, or do we simply live in our world? Yes, they definitely feel like energy shifts, and they definitely feel like chaos, and they feel like the stress and that energy of that stress, because they definitely are so like keyed into all of that. And then do they live in the simplicity of their bubble here, or feel collective chaos? So the thing with animals, they definitely feel the collective chaos, but then they're also good about staying in their bubble too. But then if it's like a lot of energy, they really do feel it, but they're like really good about staying in their bubble, but they do feel that like collective chaos because they're so in tune. They feel that energy, and then they feel like the peace and the love that we send them too, right? So when they feel that energy, they're really connected to that. But if there is like, extra chaos or things like that, they definitely are really keyed into that, and they definitely do really feed on that and feel that. So yeah, so hopefully that answers your question, Carol. So that's a great question. So I love to answer questions like this, right? Because it's like things that make you like, oh yeah, like let me think about that, right? So let me tune into that. Let me see how that's how that is, right? All of that. So I love that question. So it's fabulous. So okay, cool, awesome. Carol says yes, thanks. You're so welcome. You're so welcome, Carol. Let's see here. I'm going to see if I have any other last minute questions. I always like to kind of like not necessarily like stall it out, but wait a minute to see if anybody has any, last minute questions. So I'm just going to see if they do. Sorry, I have to rub my eye. Let's see here. All right. So I don't think I see any other questions. So I think what I'm going to do is wrap it up. And then I do this every Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So, yeah, so hope to see you again next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And then, yeah, thank you so much for tuning in. And for all of you that listen to the replay, thanks for listening to the replay too, because I know sometimes people aren't able to make it live, and then they just might make it to the replay. So thanks for, helps if I know how to type. So thanks so much for tuning in to that as well. So I just love connecting with you all. It's like, this is so fun to do this on Sundays. So there's that. So, all right. So I don't see any other questions or anything like that come through. So I am just going to wrap it up and call it a night. And I will be back next Sunday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. And thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you all have a great night, and I will see you next time. All right. Bye for now. Take care.